everybody, my name is Sandra Yap from FOMO Media and we are here with Council Member of NEM and Regional Head of Southeast Asia of NEM Foundation. Am I right?
Yes.
Well, that is like a really long title. I'm glad I didn't get that wrong. Thank you for being here with us, Stephen.
Yeah, good to be here.
So now that Catapult NEM is released, what is the next milestone for NEM?
Well, I think the whole idea is to educate people to build on the Catapult because it has a lot more features in there that is enterprise grade. So I think for the next 6 months or so, what we're trying to do is get more people on the platform and then make sure they get familiar with the platform. And in the meantime, our developers are working on finishing up and further testing of it so that they can put it on the mainnet perhaps even sometime next year. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yes.
Is any exciting projects on your platform right now developing?
Well, a lot. And all around the world, people are slowly migrating to this new development. And one of them is actually, like in Asia, Proxima X, the decentralized storage project is on it. We have even people who have been building on the version 1, companies like LuxTech or even EPC blockchain, they're doing energy. They're slowly migrating to use the Catapult. Yeah.
And what is the recent development with Pundi X and NEM?
Okay, for Pundi X, actually they are the point of sales terminal that is built on the NEM blockchain. So their POS terminal basically can accept all the credit cards, debit cards, and at the same time able to accept any type of digital currency. So right now, the Pundi team is actually, in fact, their Malaysian team is based out of our blockchain center.
Oh, wow.
So they are testing their first few units that got delivered and slowly migrating it to accept the digital currencies. And
tell us a bit more about NEMXPOS. What can you do with it?
Well, actually the idea is very simple because we have a lot of digital assets that's created on the NEM blockchain, and some of them could be actually a loyalty point, some are for payment gateways. So the idea behind XPOS is actually so that all of these can be integrated into the point of sale terminal done by Pundi. So it's actually a consortium.
Wow.
So we will add more people to that platform as we move forward, and the commonality is that the Pundi platform can accept all of the digital, what we call NEM mosaics on the system. Yeah.
So is it kind of like an ERC20 token kind of?
Well, actually, we call that the NEM mosaics, which is already very similar in their structure because they are all very similar digital assets on the NEM blockchain. But the XPOS in particular is so that they can actually connect to the real world. That means to people who want to make payments or accept payments or accept loyalty program points on the platform of the point of sale terminal. Yeah.
So any companies that are building on NEM would automatically be integrated into Pundi.
It can because it's the same type of digital asset or same type of mosaics.
So it's easy to integrate.
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, okay, awesome. Other than Catapult.
Okay.
What is NEM's next goal? Like, what is the next goal that you guys are trying to achieve?
Okay. Well, first, operationally, I think we are starting to have, like we said 2 years ago, we dedicate to have really boots on the ground around the world. So since then, fast forward 1 year now, we've built 7 regions around the world where we really have NEM global staff. Now, I think globally we probably have nearly 100 people.
Oh, wow.
In 7 regions. So we even just turned on the Latin America region, and we have boots on the ground, people on the ground that can help companies or organizations to get to know about blockchain, then get to know the NEM blockchain and how to use it for their organization. So we've been doing that a lot more. In the meantime, we're doing capacity building so that we can equip companies or build a community of programmers that understand how to integrate into the NEM blockchain.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And Southeast Asia has been like a blockchain hub for blockchain growth. But however, there's a lot of challenges we face in adoption.
Okay.
Is NEM doing anything in terms of facilitating the adoption of the blockchain technology or acceptance of digital currency in
Actually,
the region?
the biggest challenge for blockchain is not so much the technology part. The biggest challenge actually is mindset. You know, they are within the Asian countries. There are some who says, okay, I don't understand blockchain, but I'm willing to test it and try it and do pilots with it. There are some who says, no, blockchain is more into this crypto space and all that. We don't want anything to do with it. So it depends on how the mindset of the organization or the government. And sometimes we even ended up doing a little bit of policy work to actually do policy lobbying in terms of saying, don't worry, blockchain is safe and it's a new technology, get to know it, right?
Which countries are you guys, you know, talking to?
Well, actually, those countries that are, those countries that says, no, I'm banning or I'm not going to accept digital currencies or ICOs or things like that. See, they lump that same conversation into blockchain, the technology. So what we are doing in these instances in those countries are saying, okay, blockchain is a technology platform, right? Digital currency or cryptocurrency is only one application of blockchain, right? So once you understand the core technology, the platform, or the technology itself, then I think when they realize, it's different, it's only one aspect of the blockchain technology. When that understanding or that light bulb goes off in their head, it's a lot easier. Then they fear less. Then they begin to say, okay, now I understand how to use the blockchain in various parts of the country or within their organizations.
And do you think that, you know, with more guidelines and regulations from, like guideline in terms of regulations from regulators, do you think it will help with the adoption or help us get out of this bear market?
I think right now, it's good actually we have a bear market because now it helps everybody to kind of slow down a little bit and learn the technology aspect.
Everyone
of it.
is actually working now.
Yes. But for governments, actually, I'm kind of like optimistic to see that there are a lot of regulators who say, okay, now I understand this technology, what it's capable of. Let's open up a little bit and let's try to understand how we can regulate it so that we can create a safe environment or a conducive environment for the industry to grow, be it the technology side, the applications of blockchain, or even the cryptocurrency part of it. And I think within the Southeast Asian region, we have countries like Thailand, Malaysia, Philippines even, very favorable to accepting and embracing this technology.
That's true, that is true. How about security tokens? There's a lot of talks about security tokens that are coming out. Do you think that would actually help grow the space or, you know, make the regulators even more scared?
I would say security token is just, to me, having a ICO, whether it be utility token or security token, is more of a means of a young company to fundraise for their project. I mean, the idea is that this is a new means of raising capital. And across Asia, I think because of how protected each of these markets are, as you open this up, it could be that perhaps projects that, let's say, based in Thailand may get funding from outside of Thailand. Right? So having ICOs or security tokens or even utility tokens, that opens up the whole new world of capital that they can raise, right? Before, if let's say we are a Malaysian company, the chances of them raising capital is limited to the shores within Malaysia. So now with this security token and the understanding of it, it becomes a lot easier, right, for a young company or even established companies to raise capital. You're starting to see within this space asset-backed security tokens, right? So that's probably be a new way of how people are going to start raising capital and investors' ability to invest in projects outside of their normal investment circle.
You're talking about asset-backed. I actually read this project that is trying to raise money. They're using, it's a development company, right? And they said that, oh, you know, I'm gonna back it with our asset, with our hotel. So I'm like thinking, if I want to buy a certain portion of that token, and if I want to cash out with your asset, what am I gonna do? Break your pillar and bring that pillar home with me? So how does that work?
Well, actually, asset back is nothing more than, like, for example, you heard of projects like Hello Gold,
Yeah.
and where it's actually an asset back token in a sense, because instead of really handling the physical gold that's sitting in a vault, now people can actually invest in a representation of it in a token.
But
right?
at least for Hello
Yes.
Gold, you can actually collect the gold.
Yes,
But if you
yes.
back it with properties,
Yeah.
what am I gonna do?
Well, we've seen
Collect
this
your toilet
before.
bowl.
We've seen this before because,
Yeah.
like, we've seen this model before, like in even Disney World. Disney has a program called Disney Vacation Points, where it's
Yeah.
actually fractional ownership of a real asset, a property
Oh,
on the
okay.
Disney property, right? But that ownership entitles you to benefits. Like, for example, if you're a Disney Vacation fractional owner, you get to enjoy, let's say, 2 weeks vacation in a Disney property.
Okay,
So,
okay.
in the sense, I think when you have asset back, if you are able to explain to the investor what are they getting, right? Yes, it's asset back, it's a fractional ownership of an asset, but what you get has a benefit. In the case of this property company, they could say, okay, if you invest a portion of fractional ownership in our property, we can give you, these are the offerings of benefits, right?
I
So
see,
that
okay.
actually is one way of presenting that investment vehicle.
That's good.
Right?
That's good. That's
Right?
a really good insight, actually.
Yes, yeah.
Because I was like, actually, it's pretty interesting if I can just break the pillar and bring it home with me.
No, I don't think they will let you do that. But it's a very unique way of fundraising for
Okay.
for a company or for a property, right?
Yeah.
Like, for example, if I cannot buy the whole apartment, but I would like to perhaps enjoy the benefits of owning a fractional ownership of a property. That could be a very interesting way of
Yeah,
presenting.
that is a good insight,
Yes.
actually.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being here with us, Stephen.
Oh,
and
fine.
if we want to find out more about NEM, where shall we go?
Well, come to our NEM Blockchain Center in Kuala Lumpur, or go to our website nem.io. A lot of the information is on there, and be happy to engage with anyone who wish to either build on NEM blockchain or want to learn a little bit more about NEM itself. Thank you.
Awesome. And
Yeah.
if you like watching us, subscribe to FOMO Media and collect this soft toy from Stephen when you go to the NEM Blockchain Center.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.